I think the European problem is a regulatory problem, and that we can spend a lot of time on. I think the European regulation should basically be frozen, and basically the Commission should say we don't implement them right now, and let's assess what we do for the future. So I think actually European AI investment is hampered by the overall regulatory environment. But let's bring out what we do in AI, and I think this is really important. So when we look at AI, we think it's a basically fundamental technology, maybe the most fundamental technology of our day and age. It's going to impact how we run networks, so we see networks becoming autonomous, becoming fully intent-based, and that's why we invest in the AI factory here in Sweden, so we can test those solutions and be a front runner on those solutions. We see that it impacts the way we operate networks. So we're seeing we can leverage AI to actually solve and automate networks better. And finally, we can also drive our own internal operations in a better way. And that's why we get more efficiency in the way we operate. And finally, I would say AI will be a key driver of traffic. We're going to move into a new device and new form factors. It's going to be wearables. It's going to be glasses. All of those need to be connected. That's going to drive a whole new demand on the connectivity. And I think we're just at the beginning of seeing that. And we're having a lot of discussions with customers how they should approach AI and how they should win and drive new traffic into the networks. I think we're at a very interesting stage here.
Give us a little bit more color in terms of the conversations that you are having with clients in terms of AI, but in Europe, because I've heard you before saying the regulation in Europe is not helpful, but I'm trying to understand, despite what officials are announcing, what is actually happening on the ground? What are clients telling you?
I think there is an ambition in Europe to be a leader in AI. But I think I don't see the activities underneath happening. And I do think that's a bit concerning as a European. I think we should really say we need to be at the forefront. Maybe the race on compute infrastructure and on large language models have already happened. But the real value in the future will be created on the applications that run on top of the AI infrastructure. And I think here the race is still on. That's why it's so important that we actually create a regulatory environment that makes it easy for companies to use the data to actually train new applications that can leverage that vast amount of data we actually have in Europe. So I think we're at a pivotal time. I think there is still time for Europe to actually put itself together, do the necessary changes, and actually be able to compete globally.